Good morning to all my dear ninth class students. I'm your physics teacher. As you know, we have started last class. We have started about the motion. Okay. So, what is the motion? A body is said to be in motion unless and until an external force. A body is in motion whenever a body is continuously moved, changing its position with respect to time. Okay, with relative to an observer. So, this we have studied in our last class. Okay, students. Now today we are going to study about what is this. The body is in motion. Will have what different types of physical quantities. Okay, so what are physical quantities means measuring quantities of the motion is nothing but physical quantities. Okay, students. Now suppose students. Now you are just some physical quantities are nothing but distance, speed you will have or not whenever you are moving on a vehicle, or whenever you are walking you will walk with some speed. Okay, speed is a measuring physical quantity. Okay, speed, distance is also physical quantities, displacement is also physical quantity, velocity is also a physical quantity, and average speed. This all is nothing but measuring physical quantities of the motion of a body. Okay, so whenever we'll hear the word motion, then we come across, array, there is a distance. Okay, a body has traveled to some distance, and a body will have some speed. A body will displace from one point to another point. Okay, a body have set down some acceleration. Okay, this all things will come in our mind whenever I am telling motion. Okay, so what all the things, these all are nothing but physical quantities. But these physical quantities are of two types. Okay, what are those two types? One is scalar quantity and another one is vector quantity. Okay, so scalar quantity will have only magnitude but no direction. So in a scalar quantity we have only magnitude but no direction. No need to specify the direction. But in vector quantity we have both magnitude as well as direction. So in vector quantity we need to specify how much magnitude is there, and we need to specify the direction also. Got it, students? For example, how can we say that a body is a scalar or a vector? So suppose now I am telling that I am going to my school. Okay, by this way, like this way, I will tell the whole road, whole distance I will tell. Okay, so suppose a boy is going to his school by taking complete complete distance of travel, complete way he is taking. But one person, if he is moving, if he is taking a shortcut, okay, if he is taking a shortcut and in that particular direction if he is moving, then this the boy which is taking the whole path is nothing but scalar. There no need to specify the direction. Only magnitude we need to specify. Magnitude is nothing but value. Okay, so any boy who is just taking a shortcut, he will tell that no, from my house I went to this direction and reached the school. So only it is having some initial point and it will have some final point and it will have some magnitude. So for that reason that will be vector quantity. Okay, so now we'll see what is physical quantities, and there are two types of physical quantities. One is scalar and another one is vector quantities. So once you see, look at the board, students. I have written about the physical quantities. Okay, so scalar quantity, vector quantity, it has only magnitude but no direction. Example, distance, it has both magnitude as well as direction. Example, displacement. Okay, so now we'll see few scalar and vector quantities, few physical quantities we'll see here. So we'll see students, suppose this body, I am acting some force. Okay, I am telling that 10 Newton of force I have acted on this particular body. But I didn't specify in which direction. Only 10 Newton force applied. Okay, so if only say 10 Newton force applied means here only I am specifying its magnitude. Then if we are not varying about the direction, then that quantity becomes scalar. If suppose I am applying force in this particular direction, in west side, okay, so if I am specifying direction, then it will be vector quantity. So for a vector quantity, vector is represented by an arrow. Okay, vector is represented by an arrow. Any vector quantity is represented by an arrow. So vector is nothing but A to B is a vector. Okay, vector is nothing but A to B. So here for any vector quantity, if this is a vector AB, then this will be initial point. Its initial point. Okay, so this will be its final point. Final point. And its magnitude is AB. So how to represent this AB as a vector? AB in the direction. Okay, this direction specifies that it is the initial point A and final point is B. Okay, it will have some magnitude. Okay, magnitude. Suppose this distance from here to here is 10 centimeter. Now here 10 centimeter is nothing but its magnitude. Okay, AB distance is 10 centimeter. So this is its magnitude. But in which direction? In direction initially from A to B. So this represents the direction. Got it, students? Now we are considering a vector. Vector is nothing but normally any vector quantity we are representing with an arrow. Okay, so if arrow means here in an arrow, this will be initial point and this will be final point. Okay, here this is nothing but how much quantity. This how much quantity is nothing but magnitude. Okay, so for any vector will have both magnitude as well as direction. Okay, so length, any length is nothing but any length is a scalar quantity. Okay, now and any displacement is a vector quantity. So now we'll see in details with respect to scalar and vector quantities how we'll study the further distance and displacement. Now suppose students, now I am throwing a ball like this. If I am throwing a ball like this, so okay, if I am throwing a ball, what it will do, students? It will take which path? It will take trajectory path. Suppose I have taken a ball and I have thrown like this. So a ball is traveling this way. Okay, ball is traveling in this way. Now suppose A to B, total distance from here, total path of follow. Okay, total path is nothing but distance. Its total path, if you are considering its total path, then it is called as total path covered. Total path covered is called as distance. So What does it mean? Total path covered means body has started from A and reached to B. But whenever we are considering this whole path, how much distance it has, this whole path if I am considering, then that we are calling it as a distance. Okay. Suppose instead of considering the whole path, just now I said if one boy is taking a shortcut, then if we are drawing, if only initial and final point if we are drawing and mentioning the direction. So this is the initial point and final point. This one B at B will be the final point. Okay, body has just traveled from A to B. Okay, body has traveled from A to B. But if suppose total distance covered by the body, if total path covered by the body, if I am considering this as 5 kilometers, then this will be nothing but distance. Total path covered by a body is called distance. But whenever I am not interested in the total path. Now what I am doing? I am just considering its initial point and final point. From where body has started? From point A body has started. Okay. So from point A body has started. So this point will be body's initial point. Okay. So whenever body is moving, if we are considering the distance between initial point and final point, so body has moved and reached this final point B. So distance between this initial point and final point in this particular direction is nothing but displacement. Got it, students? Distance between initial and final point of a body in the direction of AB is called displacement. Is it clear, students? Here, in this, which one is scalar and which one is vector? Now, for the distance, are we specifying any direction, students, for a distance? No, we are not specifying any direction. We are just worrying about how much path he has covered. How much path he has covered. Okay, that only we want. So that covering path is nothing but magnitude. Means he has covered here, suppose 5 kilometers I said now. So 5 kilometers will be its magnitude. But here from this initial point to final point, I am worrying about the direction. In this direction body has went. Okay. So magnitude, it is also having some magnitude. Okay. If a boy is taking shortcut, means shortcut will also have some distance or not? Yes. So it will have some magnitude, but in this particular direction AB. Okay. So this total distance, this is nothing but distance. This we are calling it as a displacement for the same motion of the object. Here object we are taking it as a ball. Okay. So now tell me, in this distance and displacement, where we are considering the direction? We are considering the direction in displacement. Okay. So displacement, distance is a scalar quantity. Here no direction, only magnitude. So distance is a scalar quantity. What about displacement? Displacement here is nothing but it is a vector quantity. Vector quantity. Okay? It is a scalar quantity, it is a vector quantity we are calling. And why it is calling scalar? Because there is only magnitude present, no direction. Why we are calling it as a vector? Because in this displacement, Here only we are worrying about the initial and final point, and this is nothing but this is magnitude, as well as we are considering the direction from initial point to the final point. For that reason displacement is a vector quantity. So what is distance definition? Distance is nothing but it is the path covered by transverse of the object. Okay, whereas displacement is nothing but it is the path covered from initial point to the final point is nothing but displacement. Here distance and displacement measuring units will be same. Okay, so distance and displacement measuring unit will be same. Now once you see students, once you see on board, okay students, got it? Here again this is nothing but velocity vector with the speed along this is the velocity vector. Okay, so what is the distance? Distance is nothing but it is defined as the length of path traversed by a object, and displacement is the shortest distance covered by the object in a specified direction. Okay, so units. Now we'll see some differences between distance and displacement. So students, distance and displacement. So length of path traversed by an object is distance, whereas here shortest distance covered by an object. What is displacement student? Shortest distance covered by an object. So distance is length of path traversed by an object. Displacement is shortest distance covered by an object in a direction. In a specified direction. Okay, got it students? In a specified direction. Here distance and displacement is representing for the same path, isn't it? So only a difference is only direction. Okay, so here now these two are the SI unit of these two. How we can measure any distance students? By maximum by kilometers or meters. Okay, so centimeters. This all the measuring unit of distances and displacement. And again here same SI units are km, cm, meters, kilometers, centimeters, meters. Here also SI units are kilometers, centimeters, meters, etc. Okay, these are the distances. Distance is also measured in the same unit, and displacement is also measured in the same units. Okay, so now again still here any difference is there students? Yes, here distance will have only magnitude. Again, what about displacement students? Displacement will have both magnitude as well as direction. So displacement will have both magnitude as well as direction. So students, now again, what does it mean? Distance is nothing but one more difference. It is a scalar quantity. Distance is a scalar quantity. What about displacement, students? It is a vector quantity. It is a vector quantity. Once you go through, students, so students, once you go through what is distance and displacement differences, what I have mentioned here. If you want, you take down any screenshot you take. So what are the difference between distances and displacement? Distance is nothing but it is the length of path traversed by an object. Displacement is nothing but shortest distance covered by an object in a specified direction. SI unit of distance kilometer, centimeter, meter. SI unit of displacement kilometers, centimeters, meters. In distance we have only magnitude, for that reason it is a scalar quantity. In displacement we have both magnitude as well as direction, so it is a vector quantity. Okay students, you have taken down. Now students, here how to measure distances. So normally all distances or any displacement we can measure it by kilometer and centimeter and meters. So we'll see measuring units. 1 kilometer is equal to 1000 meters and 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeters. Okay, so these are the measuring unit you need to know. 1 kilometer is equal to 1000 meters and 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeter. Okay, so now again in our next activity, what we are doing, we are taking a car is traveling with some distances. A car is traveling with some distances. Okay, so what are those some distances? Suppose now this is the path of travel here from A to B, and this is the path of travel. Okay, one car has traveled in this direction, another car has traveled in this direction from A to B. Okay, so for this we need to draw displacement vectors. Okay, how to draw displacement vectors? How to draw displacement vectors? This a body travel from initial velocity to final velocity. Okay, so here if it is traveling from a car is traveling from A to B, then this will be its initial. कहीं को बात कर रहे जी, जाओ तुम जाओ नीचे जाओ, बात नहीं करना बोल के जब से बोल रहे हैं तो क्या है कि मम्मा जी जल्दी जाओ नीचे, फोन तो जल्दी हो रहा नहीं, कुछ भी नहीं. suppose a car has traveled from A to B, and here also a car has traveled from this A to B. Now I want to specify the displacement vector. If I want to specify the displacement vector, what I should do? I should just maintain a vector, draw a vector from this as an initial point and this as a final point. Final point and initial point in this particular direction. Okay, so this is nothing but our displacement. If suppose I want to maintain distance, this will be my distance. Okay, now I want to draw displacement vector. So what I should do? I should consider initial value and final value in this particular direction from initial to final. So AB is our displacement vector. AB bar is our displacement vector. Got it, students? Now for this, what is our initial point? Initial point is A, final point is B. If I am drawing a vector from A to B, this is the initial point. This is the final point. In this particular direction, if I am mentioning, then this will be the displacement of the body. Okay, body. Got it, students? So whether it is a distance or whether it is a displacement, we should measure it by kilometers, centimeters and meters. Got it, students?